The last session we have discussed about block size, HDFS block size. So same thing also we are going to discuss. HDFS storage system. Or mechanism. In the form of block or simply storage mechanism. Basically what happened, whenever a file sent by the client, that file basically received by the name node, and divide the file according to the base configuration to the number of blocks. What is a block? Basically, block is a smallest and individual. Once again. Sorry. So basically what happened? Block is the smallest individual storage unit on top of HDFS file system. So when file request is coming into HDFS, who will going to receive the file? The file will always received by the name node or primary name node, or we can say that master node. File request respective file is always received by the master node, name node, node. Respective of Hadoop cluster size, there is only one master node or num node. Okay. Whatever may be the size of your Hadoop cluster, there is only one master node or name node. So any file request that is coming into the Hadoop, that file request always received by the master node or name node. Okay. Then once it is received the respective files, okay, once the file is received, by the master node or name node, then it will divide the respective file into number of small this or chunks, which is called as block. Master node or name node divides the file into number of blocks based on the configuration of the block size. In master node or name node divides the file into number of blocks based on the configuration of block size in the configuration file called XML. Okay. Last session I have already discussed broadly everything. Again, I am repeating because you are not available there, right? So it is because here the actual concept of Hadoop has started. That's why I am emphasizing from here onwards. Okay. So HDFS haven site.xml. Okay. We'll see the configuration size of the HDFS-site.xml. It is a file, okay. Whenever you are going to install the Hadoop, basically there are so many configuration files to be automatically available. And we install so many configuration file will be available us use in etc Hadoop under this path only. Okay. Hadoop version this whatever the Hadoop version you are using, okay, this for path only you will get the configuration file, all the configuration file. So from one of them, HDFS site.xml is one of the configuration file. I'll show you that one also. Okay. Let me start my Hadoop cluster. I have already discussed all these things, but again, repeating because it is very, very important. Okay. HDFS site.xml, okay, there is a opening configuration tag and closing configuration tag. Likewise, there is a opening property tag, there is a closing property tag. Likewise, need to configure here value size, value, then opening and closing tag value also. Then sorry, for that name, then take this only. fs dot size dot block dot h. Okay, here we need to provide the block size. Okay, let me open that file also. This is my terminal. Okay, yes. Okay. JPS to check whether any background process is running or not. Background process is running. What is background process? Will let you know later. So in this folder only, I'm going to this folder only. I have installed my Hadoop. Okay, this is Hadoop 3.2.2. Install this one 3.2.2. Okay. I'm entering into this particular path. And you will see here so many files are there. Go to etc folder. Go to Hadoop folder. Okay, do ls. Here you can see so many files, right? So let me. Okay, so ls. So many configuration files are there, right? And this path is the wherever you go, okay, wherever you are working in real time. So this is always same. There is no difference whether you are going to install the Hadoop in your personal system, that is installed in your real time also. Okay, this path is always same. Version might be changed. Okay, I'm installing folder. You're getting? I am also prepare a folder called apps, and under that I put my Hadoop file. Okay, under this Hadoop 3.2.2 etc Hadoop, getting all the files. One of the file is called hdfs site.xml. This file only we are going to configure our block size. The file when you open like this, the file will be shows the content like this only. Okay, let me. Then I am going to the okay. I am going to reaching out to the same path from here itself. Okay, this folder 3.2 etc folder Hadoop. Under this you can able to see, right, hdfs site xml, this one, right? Just opening this file, open with text editor. Okay, and I have opened this file. Okay, I can able to see all this property. Okay, likewise, we need to configure one of these kind of property here for our block size.
So manually we have to configure here the
Yeah.
file path. Okay.
Yes. Everything we need to configure here. So by default, as we are dealing with only zero distributed environment, right? The block size will be the default one. And the replication which always one. We'll see replication in the next step. This is how the configuration will be going to happen, how the value we to configure. That is important. Okay. Come to this point again. Let me tell you before that. Okay. Block size in Hadoop. HDFS block size based on Hadoop done Hadoop version. Okay. What are the three different versions we have Hadoop so far? So far, we have three different version of Hadoop. Okay. What are these? Hadoop 1.x, Hadoop 2.x, Hadoop 3.x. Okay. Hadoop 3.x came into picture 2018 somewhat, which comes around something 2013 onwards, 2009 onwards. Okay. So these are the three different Hadoop versions, correct? So according to Hadoop 1.x, okay, Hadoop 1.x, block size will be okay. What is the default block size Hadoop 1.x? 64 MB. The default one. According to Hadoop 2.x, it is 128 MB. The default one. It is also 128 MB. Default one. So my question is, up to how much we can extend the block size? Based on the different version, different Hadoop version, default size of block will be block different. List the what is the maximum block size you can configure? Answer? Any idea? Up to 1 GB. Okay. Whenever you install the Hadoop, by default we are getting the block size of 64 MB. we are using the Hadoop 1.x. But if we have installed Hadoop 2.x and or 3.x, default block size will be 128 MB only. Okay. So, but it can be increased beyond that required. So the requirement is to why should you go for the increasing the block size? What is the need? Because suppose you are getting a file of let's say 500 p. Let me show you one thing here. What is the need of increasing the block size? Understand here? Okay. Last session also I have already explained this one. Let's say it is a window machine. Okay. It is a window machine. So far clear whatever I have explained, right? Any doubt so far?
No, clear.
Okay. This is a window machine. Okay. Let's say window operating system. Basically, whenever you are going to store the file in a window operating system, the file will be stored basically in terms of internal, it is going to store some bits or bytes kind of thing. But internally, again, those bits and bytes will be divided and subdivided into number of blocks. Let's say these are one block. Okay. This is one block. This is one block. This is one block. This is one block, and so on. Each and everything is a one block. Each block size is window operating system basically up to 4 KB. Okay, up to 4 KB. But whenever we are dealing with the HDFS file system, file will be stored in some block. That block will be the default block size will be in case of Hadoop 1.x is 64 MB. 1 MB is equal to 1024 KB. So that much size a block will be configured in HDFS file system. So what happened? Then what is the need of increasing the block size? Suppose you are getting 500 suppose KB of data. Well, configure my block size up to 4 KB. Then how many numbers of file I need to store? More than lakhs, I believe, right? More than lakhs. As you have know that name node basically used to store the metadata, maintain your metadata.
Yes.
But data node is only applicable to store the actual data.
Actual data.
So actual data will be replicated into many number of files, many number of nodes. The replication will come to next session, next topic. But I will divide my file, getting a data of 500 GB. I am trying to divide those data into file size will be divided into suppose 4 KB. Then that much number of I need to maintain the metadata information for that many blocks, right? There is a unnecessary headache the storage system. So in name node, correct? Suppose let's say this is your name node, okay, and this is your data node. Then what happened? This is your name node, master node. It is located in, let's say, New York location. Okay. Let's say it is your data node 1, slave node 1, located in Bangalore location. Another one is node, let's say DN2, data node 2, located in Japan. Let's say another node DN3, located in Singapore. Let's say another node DN4, located in suppose London. Let's say another node is located in DN5, located in again Hyderabad. Okay, so on. what happened? Basically, name node contain the metadata, or technically we are going to speak as file system namespace also. Okay. Name node only going to store metadata information or file system namespace only. What are the file system namespace or metadata it is going to store? Name, number of files, block name, block address, block ID, number of block. All this information also contained in the metadata. Okay, in the name node only. Never ever store any actual data in metadata. Let's say a file. Okay, this is your client. Let's say client message is going to ask name node to store some file. Let's okay. Say it is a file. Huh? Okay. Log file of, let's say it is a 200 MB. So let's, for the blind example, it is, let's the file size will be minimum 10 GB. Okay. I'll go ahead and store divide the blocks into 4 KB. Then how many numbers of blocks I need to maintain in every node? More than I believe almost 1 lakh, or more than that also even. But for each and every block, I need to maintain the meta information in name node. So that is an unnecessary burden. And also it will going to impact the performance. Okay. Likewise, that's why the HDFS file system, the default block size it is given whenever you are going to install in Hadoop 1.x is 64 MB. But you are using the Hadoop 2.x and 3.x, it is 128 MB. So whenever the block size will be, so whenever the data size will be increases, my estimated project data is almost suppose 500 GB, 500 TB or